If you are someone that have been trading GBPJPY pair for a long time, then you can agree with me that this week market behavior is not something that is unusual. This is because GBPJPY pair tends to behave in a certain way during a certain market condition, and this week wasn't an exception. Nevertheless, irrespective of this week market uncertainty, I and my community members were able to catch our first 4 winning streak for the year 2026. The purpose of this video is to teach you how to identify trend, how to follow the trend and maximize your winnings, and most importantly, how to adapt to the current market condition, irrespective of how the market is behaving. So if this is something that interests you, then watch this video to the end, because you might learn 1 or 2 things you can start applying to your trading journey. So without wasting time, let's go to the chart and I will show you guys a full breakdown of all the trades that I took this week, following the trend and adapting to the current market condition. So here on the chart, we have GBPJPY daily time frame. And like I said, the first thing we are going to do right now is to identify the trend. Sometimes some of the mistakes traders make when trying to identify the trend is that they'll start going back in time to try to identify the trend. Meanwhile, the market is showing them the current trend. And you know that as a trader, you should be trading the current trend. And this is what I mean. After we had this massive drop to the downside and market mitigated this level, this support level, you can see that the market started creating a high, a higher low, and a higher high. We also had a higher low. Now the market is trying to form a higher high. If we get a break above this high, we'll do what? We'll now have a new high we can be working with. That's all you need on the higher time frame. So we have established that the higher time frame is what? Bullish. And this particular asset is bullish. Because if the higher time frame is bullish, obviously we should be looking for buying opportunity when we go to the lower time frame. So this is all I needed from the higher time frame. These horizontal lines you are seeing right here, these are my key levels. And what these key levels does for me is that it shows me the potential level price is most likely going to react from or reject. So even if I'm selling to this level, I need to have it in mind that I'm approaching a higher time frame key level. Therefore, if I'm still selling, I should be mindful and start looking for buying opportunity just in case price reverse from here. So I'm not going to go into details of how to mark these key levels. I've already done that in one of my previous videos, so you can check it out in my channel and watch it and learn how to mark key levels. Having identified the current trend, like we said, the current trend is bullish, so we should be following the trend when we go down to the lower time frame. So having established that the daily time frame is bullish, let's also look at the 4-hour time frame. You can see that here on the 4-hour time frame, the market is also obviously bullish. As a matter of fact, the 4-hour time frame is giving us the full skeleton of the daily time frame trend. So after we had this break, the break above this previous high, we got a pullback to this level. Not only did we get a pullback, we had a double bottom. Now the market is trying to break above this previous high, maybe potentially form a new high, higher time frame. So far, we have established that the daily time frame is bullish, the 4-hour time frame is also bullish. Now let's also check the 1-hour time frame. Now here on the 1-hour time frame, this is where I start marking my points of interest. And the first one I mark is this one, this level, and also this previous high level. So after the market opened during the night, the market consolidated. Then during London session on Monday, the market pulled back to my point of interest. I actually missed this move. I did not take trade on Monday. So I moved this move to the outside. But then this now gave me a confirmation that the lower time frame is ready to align with the higher time frame market trend. And this is what I mean. Remember that the higher time frame is bullish. And when the higher time frame was bullish, the lower time frame was still bearish. Price was just dancing around this box. So everything within this box, I considered it as an internal structure until the market finally broke above this resistant level, showing me that yes, the lower time frame is now ready to align with the higher time frame market trend. So on Monday, I missed this move. I did not take a trade. Then on Tuesday, this was when the action started. Now, before I show you guys why I took this trade from this level, let me first show you where I marked my point of interest. I sent this analysis to my committee members, telling them that this is where I'm looking forward to buying GBPJPY. This was the move I was talking about, which broke this level. So the lower time frame have shifted bullish in line with the higher time frame. So I marked my point of interest, telling them that okay, this is where I'm looking forward to buying GBPJPY. And I sent this analysis at exactly 8:53 a.m. in the morning. That was on Tuesday, 24th March. So I took this trade at exactly 1 p.m. London New York overlap. So this was where I got my first confirmation to execute this trade. Remember, I sent the analysis to my community members at 8 a.m. in the morning. But then at 9 a.m., exactly 9 a.m. that same morning, I got an inside bar confirmation to enter the trade, but I missed it. So I waited for another confirmation. Now let me show you guys what happened. Now it was on the 10 minutes time frame that I finally got the confirmation I was looking for. If you observe, if you look closely here, let me enlarge this candle so that you see how I was able to execute this trade. So here on the 10 minutes time frame at exactly 1 p.m. during London New York overlap, that was when I executed this trade. And this was my reason for entering this trade, this inside bar confirmation. After the baby candle closed, I executed immediately. And for you to know that we actually took this trade, I sent it to my community members. This was it. This was the baby candle that formed. This was our execution. I sent the trade to my people. I told them that I am buying GJ at this level with minimal risk. Price has not entered our point of interest yet. This is because I had to adjust the PUI because of how the market was consolidating. This is all we needed from there. So I told them to apply risk management because I was waiting for price to actually pull back to this higher time frame key level, but it keeps giving me an entry signal within this level. So we executed the trade at this level, and eventually the trade gave us 2.28 risk to reward ratio. So this was our first trade, our first winning trade for the week. And to also show you guys how the trade went, this was where I was managing the trade. I told them that the trade is looking good so far, and the next day the trade hit our target, and I also sent it to them full TP. So this was how our first trade of the week went, which we took on Tuesday. Now here on the second trade for the week, why did I buy from this level? If you notice, after price mitigated this higher time frame point of interest, which is also a resistant level, the sellers pushed price down and buyers also pushed it up again. So it became a battle between buyers and sellers, and everything is happening within this range. So what I did was like, okay, since we are still in my trading session, whenever price reaches this level, this support level, I'll buy, but I will not sell from here because buyer seems to be in control of this market. So immediately I got an inside buy confirmation from this level. What I did was that I executed. Remember, I trade inside back candlestick pattern. So immediately the market gave me this inside back confirmation, I executed the trade. So this was the second trade, as you guys can see here. And I also entered it at I also entered this trade in the 10 minutes time frame. I told my people to buy. This is because most of my trade is instant execution because I use confirmation entry. And I told them that we are still trading the internal structure. So they should do what? Minimize their risk. As you can see, this was the first trade we took, and this was the second one. So this was our first entry. As you guys can see, when the trade was running in profit, I did a screenshot and showed it to them. Now, as this trade was running during the day, as a matter of fact, the trade ran the whole of the night, and this was on Wednesday. So we took this trade on Wednesday. It did not hit our target that Wednesday, but instead, as price reached this resistance level, sellers also pushed price back. So as sellers pushed price back to this support level, I started looking for another buying opportunity. Now, this is 8 a.m. during London session. There was no signal to buy from here. So I waited patiently to see if the market eventually pulled back and give me a signal to buy. And guess what? Around 12 p.m. in the afternoon, we had our signal. So as you can see here, I had my inside back candlestick formation, which happens to be the last confluence I need to see before I execute a trade. As a matter of fact, it is my confirmation signal to execute a trade. So as the previous trade was still running, we had to execute this one. And as you can see, both the previous day trade and the current trade all hit target at the same time. And if you're wondering if we actually took this trade, let me show you where I sent it to my community members and how we all partook of the trade. So as this particular trade was still running, then the next day, which is 25th of March, which happens to be on Thursday, I sent them this one. As you can see, this was the inside back confirmation I was talking about. It was 10 minutes time frame. After the formation of this inside back candlestick pattern, we executed the trade and I sent it to them. And I told them buy at current market price. I sent the stop loss and take profit. And guess what? This was how the trade was moving. Just a few minutes after we executed this trade, price started running according to our prediction. And I also updated them that we are halfway to TP. This was how my trade was running. I sent it to them. That's for them to know that I personally, I always take the trade I send them. Then, this was the final result. As you can see, the first trade, the second trade, and the third trade. This was where I told them that I don't know about you, but this is my best week so far for the month of March. This was when we had our 3 winning streak. I even told them that a 3 winning streak in this current market condition, which is full of uncertainty, is highly commendable because this happened to be our first 3 winning streak for the year, even though we didn't know that we are coming to have our 4th winning streak for the year. So let's also go and take a look at the 4th trade we took for the week and wrap it up. The next day, which happens to be Friday, the final day of the week, this was where it got tricky. So the whole of the week, the market have been dancing within this box. Now on Friday, it became too obvious that we might get a pullback, because all those that bought on Monday, obviously they want to be taking profit on Friday. So if we are still buying, this is what I told myself, if I'm still buying on Friday, I might have the risk of losing money, because Friday, the whole of the week, the market have been bullish, and also it has failed to break above this high, which means there is high probability that we might get a correction. The market opened on Friday morning. As you can see, it danced around a little. Then at exactly 11 a.m., we had a break to the downside, because the lower time frame have shifted bearish. So it will be an ideal thing to wait for a pullback, then sell and start riding with lower time frame trend. But this is what I did. So here on the 4-hour time frame, as the price was dropping with this momentum, I took my Fibonacci tool to measure from this low this week to this high, and what I saw was that the 0.618 was just resting within this support level. I marked it as a potential level where this massive drop will react from, and as you can see here on the 10-minute time frame, immediately price mitigated the 0.618 fib level. Guess what? It gave me an inside back confirmation, and when that happened, I executed the trade. Now let me show you guys that we also took this trade in my community. So this was the final trade. You can see 10 minutes time frame, inside back confirmation, execution. And I told them that buy GJ at current market price. I sent the stop loss, the take profit. This was how the trade was running. I had to update them that okay, the trade is running in profit. And I told them that you can book profit now and move SL to break even. The 1-hour time frame has shifted bearish, and today is Friday. Don't give all the money you made this week back to the market. This was how we managed the trade, and eventually the trade hit our target. So I had to update them the last time that our first 4 winning streak for the year 2026. See you guys next week. So these are the trades that we took for the week, and this is how our week ended. So this is it, guys. I've been able to show you guys how to identify trend on the higher time frame, how to follow the trend on the lower time frame to maximize winnings, and how to adapt to the current market condition. So this is everything you need to know from this video. If you find value in this video and you learn something from this video, all you need to do is to subscribe and also turn on the notification, so that anytime I post video like this, you'll be able to be the first to get it. I would like to hear from you in the comment section how you were able to navigate GBPJPY this week. And also, I would like to hear from you guys, what topic will you want me to make video on? And I'll put that into consideration and make a video on that topic for you guys. Remember that in this channel, it's all about GBPJPY. So anything that I'm going to do on this channel will only be around GBPJPY. All the strategy, all the lessons, all the topic, they all revolve around GBPJPY pair. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in my next video.